I'm Melissa and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're having an awesome day so far. So today's video is a continuation of how I lost 25 pounds following calorie density. So if you haven't seen the other videos in this playlist, I will link them in the description box down below, and you can actually also follow the playlist. It's called weight loss. So if you just follow that playlist, I believe you will be notified when I have other videos in this series. So I'm gonna give you a brief overview of what calorie density is because it's such a huge fundamental thing that once I learned it, it really allowed me to put weight loss on autopilot, and it's perfect for anyone who does not want to count calories or write down all of the things that they're eating in a food diary or limit the amount of food on your plate, doing portion controlling. For me, I just didn't want to do any of that. For me, it just made sense to do something that I can continue along for the rest of my life. Something that is easy, something that enables me to feel full. For me personally, I just don't believe that we are meant to restrict ourselves when we're hungry. We're hungry for a reason, just like we're thirsty for a reason. That means we need hydration. Or we feel tired for a reason. It means we need more sleep. Our body has these mechanisms within us to tell us and signal us certain things for a reason, and hunger is no different. Again, I'm just sharing what worked for me, what continues to work for me to enable me to maintain my weight while still eating yummy, filling foods and feeling full. So I've got a perfect example for you here today. This is 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, and there are 94 calories in a tablespoon of peanut butter. Now, here are 3 zucchini, which equal about a pound. There are 76 calories in a pound of zucchini. Look at the difference of these two. There are more calories and a lot more fat in this 1 tablespoon of food than in this entire pound of food. Now, this is just one example because I wanted a visual representation to explain calorie density. If you want to learn more about the science behind it and more information about eating a lower calorie dense diet, I'm going to put 3 very informative, very descriptive videos in the description box. One is by Dr. Anthony Lim, which was the video that really allowed me to understand what calorie density is and how it works. And another one is from Well Your World, a YouTube channel that I love that has a ton of low fat, oil-free recipes. So I'm gonna put that video in the description box as well. And another one by Jeff Novick, which is also very, very informative. So I just wanna pass on as much helpful information to you that I think is gonna help you on this journey, because information is power. And so if you're really interested in wanting to learn about calorie density and how it works, then I highly recommend watching those 3 videos. I want to answer another question that quite a few of you asked me, which was how long did it take me to lose the weight? I lost about a pound a week. Now for me, I was not in a rush. I was focused on the process, about doing a great job at eating healthy meals, and learning meals that I really enjoyed, that were low in calorie density, that are oil-free, that are delicious and filling. I was focused on that, and I knew that the outcome would be that I would get to my healthy weight. So I did not have a number in mind. I wasn't in a race to lose any weight. I was really just focused on the process, and that's something that I recommend to you as well. Do not jump on the scale every 5 minutes, because of course, if you're eating a pound of zucchini, that zucchini is gonna be in your belly. So if you step on the scale, you're gonna have gained 1 pound. That does not mean that you're gaining fat. So I do not recommend weighing yourself every day or even every 2 days. If you are wanting to measure your progress, I recommend once a week and do it at the same time. So maybe just keep a little piece of paper by your scale and weigh yourself in the morning on a Monday, and then don't weigh yourself until the next Monday. Then you should slowly start seeing some progress, about a pound a week. If you have quite a bit of weight to lose, over 50 pounds, you might notice up to 2 pounds a week of fat loss. But again, I'm not a doctor. I'm gonna link some videos by doctors in the description box. So if you wanna hear what they have to say and learn more about the science of weight loss, then go watch those videos. I highly recommend them. So about a pound a week, healthy, steady, fantastic. All right, so you might be thinking, Now I know about calorie density. What do I do? What do I actually eat? How do I go about, changing my eating habits? How do I put this into practice? So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you in this video in 5 steps. Step number 1 is to find meals that you really enjoy. There is no point in forcing yourself to eat zucchini if you don't like zucchini. If you don't like the taste of sweet potatoes, then have russet potatoes. If you don't like white rice, then you prefer brown rice, and have brown rice. So I really want you to experiment and find a few meals that you really like. You don't need to know 20 different low calorie dense breakfasts, 20 different lunch recipes, and 20 different dinners. Realistically, most of us eat the same kind of breakfast every day. Even just having 3 solid options of breakfast that you really enjoy. So maybe it's having an oatmeal with a little bit of soy milk on top and some frozen blueberries and cinnamon. That's something that I really enjoy eating. I really want you to try the food. Make sure you have a few easy recipes that are doable for you, that are easy to make, that are not complex, that the ingredients are easy for you to get. Remember, this is about having it integrate with your lifestyle and not making your life 10 times harder. So there's no point in going and finding these amazing looking recipes that have 30 different steps and take 2.5 hours to make. This is about having this work with your current life and be easy and seamless, and you just want to automate things as much as possible. You want to have it so that you don't even think about it. You wake up in the morning, you make your oatmeal or you make your smoothie or whatever it is that you're going to eat, and it's just easy. And same with your lunches and your dinners, and if you're having any snacks in between. If you want a great place to look for recipes, I really do like the YouTube channel Well Your World. The guy on the channel, Dylan, he shares so many amazing oil-free recipes. He follows calorie density. He teaches a lot about it, and I just really like his videos. I find that they're really informative. So check out his YouTube channel and his website. I will link them in the description box down below. And try the recipes, experiment, see what you like. Don't force yourself to eat something you don't like, because you're just not going to stick with that. It's not realistic. And if you're not yet following me on Instagram, I often show photos and Instagram stories, videos of what I'm eating, and my meals are always super, super easy. Half of the time I don't share the recipe because it's like baked sweet potatoes with steamed broccoli and some black beans. It's just what you see is what I'm eating, and there aren't too many steps to actually preparing it because that's what works for me. All right, the second thing I really want to reinforce is that make sure your meals are filling. When you are eating low calorie dense foods, you need to eat more of them to actually get enough calories to fill you up. You might feel like, whoa, 3 zucchinis, that's a lot of food. But then when you hear that it's under 80 calories, you can see that that's actually not a lot of calories. A lot of this is fiber and water, which do not have any calories. So just be aware that it might feel like at first you have to eat a bit more food to be satiated. And that's completely normal. So if you're used to having a tiny little protein bar for your breakfast, and all of a sudden now you're eating a big bowl of oatmeal with frozen blueberries on top, you might feel like, oh, this is a lot of food. Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Trust your body, eat until you're fully satiated, and don't worry about counting calories or weighing or measuring, because all of the foods that you're eating are under 700 approximately calories per pound, which is very low in calorie density, which means the portions are going to be larger. That's just normal. If you are curious about the exact foods that I eat and what is considered low calorie density and how to figure that all out, I do have a free cheat sheet that you can have online. It's on the main homepage of melisaalexandria.com. You do not need to enter your email. I'm not gonna send you anything. You literally just click the button and it'll download onto your phone or your computer. And if you're ever curious about the calorie density of a specific food, then just Google how many calories per pound are in a pineapple. How many calories per pound is in almond butter? How many calories per pound are in raisins? So when you Google that, you'll kind of get a sense. The highest calorie dense food that I personally consume are avocados, which I believe are just under 800. If you're trying to lose weight, I really wouldn't recommend eating avocados every day because they are higher in fat, but I'm just at kind of maintenance mode. I'm not trying to lose any more weight, so I do have a bit of those. But if you're sticking under 650 calories per pound, you can really eat ad libitum until you're full and not even worry about counting calories, weighing, measuring, anything like that. So hopefully you're with me still. I know this is a lot of information, but I just really want to get this out there. And for anyone who's been asking me questions about this, I hope this is starting to make things clear for you and that this is helpful. All right, number 3, I've kind of touched on this already. To find meals that contain easy to find ingredients. I don't want you to make anything too complex because it's just not easy to maintain. So if you can get a recipe that takes 3 ingredients versus something that's gonna take 20, stick with that easy food. Just focus on what is easy for you to make, what is affordable, instead of going to buy fancy, expensive spices and things. Focus on the basics, sweet potatoes, fruits, vegetables. The more easy and doable you make this, the more likely you are to be able to stick with it. All right, number 4, this is another tip to make this easy on yourself. When you are trying out these different low calorie density meals, try to find meals that have the same ingredients. This just makes your grocery shopping so much easier. For example, so many of my meals, whether it's soups or dips or rice dishes, contain black beans, chickpeas, lentils, zucchini, onions, carrots, celery. Like, these are foods that I put in different combinations into so many different meals, and I have my grocery list memorized. I don't even need to write things down. And this is also great so that you're not wasting food. You know that these ingredients will either get used up in one meal or another on rotation in your week. All right, number 5, I made a video just completely on this topic, and I want to reiterate the importance of this again. To master your environment. There is nothing worse than putting all this effort in, learning all this information, going and getting all the healthy ingredients, and really sticking with, being diligent with the healthy eating, and then having a pantry full of tempting treats, like having cookies and chips and cake and all of these other tempting foods that are right there, that are right there, and that are a big temptation to you. To master your environment means to be aware of the things that are going to potentially derail you and to get them out of your home. That is probably the biggest success tip that I can give you, is to make sure your home is filled with healthy foods. If you know that, when you get hungry and you want a snack, you need something ready to go that you can snack on, then buy yourself some grapes, take them all off of the stems and have them washed in a bowl ready to eat. So when you have that snacking feeling and you're like, I just want a snack, I want something to eat, that's ready. Like, any way that you can make things easier on yourself and not have to do a big meal prep, do that. Like, put in the work for yourself, prepare things to make your life easier, and just be the master of your environment. All right, thank you so much for watching. Send me your questions. There's so much more I want to share with you guys, and I will continue to make these Weight Loss Wednesday videos for you. Oh, and before I go, I want to share a recipe that is new to me that I made this week, and I found it on a blog. I will link it down below. I made a couple tweaks to the recipe and I added in avocado, like I topped it with avocado, and it was an eggplant chickpea curry dish with rice, and it was so good. I loved it. Eggplants were on sale, so I bought 2 of them. I've still got one. And so I was like, what can I make with eggplants? It's not really a food that I, get often. But I was like, oh, I'll try something new. And so I Googled a recipe, turned out great, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So that's also gonna be in the description box. Let me know if you make it. Message me on Instagram. Let me know how you like it. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an awesome day. I'm sending so much love your way, and I'll see you next time.